Ponty were also chasing invaluable bonus points, and their eagerness was evident right from the start. Determination combined with high levels of skill meant that Geraint Lewis was able to chase, pick up and feed David James for a great opening try. The home side were sharp and seemed to have regained their form. Centre Jason Lewis showed the Ponty backs the way by bursting through the Newport defence. With only fullback David Smith covering, it was a matter of timing to put David James clear for his second try. With Newport's weakness exposed, Geraint Lewis decided it was time to take advantage. A beautiful break by him caught Newport on the turn, and with good support from David James and Gareth Wyatt, the pressure was on. Newport struggled to temporarily stop the movement, but Pontypridd were just winding up for phase 2. And who was there to finish it off but the man who started the move, Geraint Lewis? Ponty led 20-0 at the interval. In the second half, with confidence high, Kevin Morgan was the next to pierce the black and amber defence. And after a strong run, it was all about vision and awareness. David James knew exactly what was needed and timed his run perfectly. A nice underarm pass, and Geraint Lewis was there to pick up his second try. And then the man Newport dreaded after the last encounter, where he scored a hat-trick, Paul John, burst through only to find international flanker Martin Williams on his shoulder, and he had the pace and strength to brush off the attempts of Sean Connor for a very popular try. But Newport found one last burst of energy and inspiration to spoil them.
Between Neil Jenkins and Steve Lewis created the chance for Lewis Jr., Jason. Jenkins's conversion gave Pontypridd the lead, which they extended to 20-10, before Abertillery's own tore with a fluid back move after a number of forward phases. The try made by Gareth Wyatt coming in from fullback for Geraint Lewis. Tulare was still not dead though.
McCarthy penalty on the board, Ponty's game plan began to bear fruit. Kevin Morgan came into the line at pace before giving Martin Williams a tricky pass. Manley and John were the crucial links before flanker Geraint Lewis went searing through. A key factor in Pontypridd's attack, and although outplayed in some areas up front, the home side still produced the kind of tries which keep the fans faithful. David Ponty drew them level at the beginning of the second half, and the game was wide open, or so it seemed to David James, who took advantage of a hint of a gap before recycling at the point of contact to Paul John, who sent a risky miss pass to Kevin Morgan. He had Gareth Wyatt looping over from the right wing for the score. A dominant factor, and that applied to the passing as well as the running. Greg Prosser did his bit with a little run in the centre before honouring Morgan with a touchdown. Finishing ability which Ponty seemed to have in abundance. Geraint Lewis crowned an outstanding game with a last try and a place in the Challenge Trophy.
This try won't figure too prominently in Reese's video library. A couple of dodgy passes, almost a knock-on, but not quite, but he finishes off well. The second one, well, that was totally different. Jason Lewis runs beautifully, but Shawnee still has a lot to do. The hat-trick try came with a game just 15 minutes old. New fullback Mike Price timed his entry into the line well. Geraint Lewis supported superbly as he did throughout. Shawnee finished. Still 4 to come in an electrifying second half for the 21-year-old. The tackling was nothing special, a bit naughty in fact. Neil Jenkins created the next for him. First a lovely break, then an intelligent kick through, and Price opts out of the race. Number 6, line-out win by Aaron Freeman. What's this? They're going left. Matthew Lloyd makes good progress and then sets it up. It's all right, they're coming right again. Lamerton and Jason Lewis with the assists. Shawnee level with the Irons' 6-year record. Then the moment Reese will remember all his life. Mind you, I think he'll be buying Matthew Lloyd a drink or two for the next few years. The flanker got the ball away superbly to him. Try number 7 as Ponty hit the 60-point mark. A new Premier Flight record for Shawnee.
I had no idea the record was 7. I had no idea I was near breaking the record, you know, but it's always nice to score tries, you know. I'm very grateful that it was me that was on the end of the passes, you know. Next week it'll probably be Geraint, you know, but yeah, I feel very privileged to have played at such a good side, you know. first season out of King Coed, you know, I've learned some good rugby in King Coed. And Ponty is the next step up, and there's a great bunch of boys, you know.
Dale McIntosh giving him good protection. Jenkins, a lovely pass. In comes Kevin Morgan at real pace. He's got Steele Lewis inside him, dummies him. Rhys Shawnee now. Rhys Shawnee is going to go all the way, and that is a super Pontypridd try. Beautifully taken by Rhys Shawnee. Mike Griffiths in the scrum half position. Jenkins spins it out. That's Jason Lewis coming through now. Look at the pace of Kevin Morgan. Morgan takes the pass and he gives it to Geraint Lewis. Again, Pontypridd at full tilt. Takes out 2 or 3 defenders. That's good. Picked up by John. That's how close they are to the Bridgend goal line. McIntosh now spins out the long pass. There are men standing out. This is going to be a second try for Geraint Lewis. That's Lewis on the wing. But you see how quickly that ball comes back, and the players queuing up. Steele Lewis on to Greg Prosser. Prosser with the outrageous dummy. 4 or 5 Bridgend tacklers bought the dummy, and that is one for the forwards.